Did you know that you can start a multi-million dollar business with as little as $0? And on top of that, when you start that business, you can actually get funding from different agencies with that business, even if you don't have any capital or anything like that. That's what I'm going to be talking about. I am going to be telling you 7 simple ways that you can use to start a multi-million dollar business from the comfort of your home, right? So I'm going to get straight into it. Welcome to the Purpose Finder Club. I'm Felisa. I'm Felisa Ricketts Graham. I'm a business startup and growth coach. I help entrepreneurs to start and grow successful online businesses. So if you're a current entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, you're definitely in the right place. In addition to being a business coach, I'm the founder and managing director of Western STEM Academy. I'm the principal of Western STEM Academy, and I'm also the CEO and founder of Pro Linkage Marketing and Branding Agency. So that makes me a serial entrepreneur, right? So I lead 3 businesses, have close to 20 employees currently right across Jamaica. We have clients in Jamaica, clients in the Caribbean, clients in the US, clients in Canada, clients in Kuwait, clients in different parts of the world, because that's what I'm going to be telling you, how to really tap into the global market. The fact that you're watching this video, it tells me 2 things. It tells me that you have access to a device, whether a computer, laptop, or phone. You can definitely tell me what you're watching from, if it's your phone or your computer or your laptop. It also tells me that you have access to the internet, right? So 2 things I got from you watching this video. Also, before we go further, I'm going to give you a second just to press subscribe so that you can get more content like this, so that you can be notified whenever I post new videos about how can you earn 7 figures using the resources that you have from the skills that you already have, right? So I'm going to simplify the process for you, give you advice about what it's like being an entrepreneur in Jamaica or wherever you are, what it's like being a business owner, give you best practices that can work. And of course, if you have questions, you can also ask me, right? So the first thing that you have to do, getting straight to it, 7 steps to actually starting a multi-million dollar business with $0. First thing is that 1, you have to identify what you're really good at. Because when you're starting a business online, you want to ensure that it's something that you like, something that you can do, or something that you're passionate about, right? Because if it's something that you have no care, 0 interest with, whenever the days become difficult, you're just going to close it and say goodbye, can't bother. So your business has to be something that you're passionate about, an area that you're skilled in when you're just starting. And persons come to me sometimes in coaching sessions to say, Fel, we don't know what we're good at. And I ask you 3 questions to identify that. 1, what is it that you currently do in your 9 to 5, right? Once you identify what you're doing in your 9 to 5, you could literally monetize that, right? 2, I ask you, what is it that people come to advise to you for, right? So persons generally come to us for advice on different things, and you don't realize that it's something that you're good at. That's why they come to you, duh, right? And thirdly, I want you to think about something that you would go the entire day doing. You won't get tired, and it will be good. For me, that's talking. Like, I could talk to you for an entire day and nothing, right? And persons, you take these skills for granted. So I just said talking, like, I like to talk. I would talk to you for an entire day, and it's so simple. But I am booked for several speaking engagements, and that's something that I do, not even secondary, but tertiarily, right? So I have what I do primary, which is the school, secondary, which is marketing, business coaching, and tertiary, I'm a business coach, right? No. Thirdly, I am not a business coach. That's secondary. That's the second thing that I do. But thirdly, I do speaking engagements and training, right? So the first thing I do, I run the school. So I'm the principal and director of the school. The second thing is business coaching and marketing. And the third thing is speaking and training, right? So what happens is that I use my voice, I use my passion for speaking to actually help persons. So you can use whatever skill it is. It can be very, very simple. You don't have to complicate it. Think about that one thing that you're good at, one thing that persons come to you for advice for, or the thing that people pay you in your 9 to 5 for. So for me, people used to pay me in my 9 to 5 to teach. I was a teacher. I started a school, right? People constantly come to me for advice on how they can start their businesses, how they can be successful, and that's coaching, right? So I'm a business coach. I did that, right? And what would I do all day and don't get tired? That's speaking. So I do speaking and training for different places locally and internationally. And that's 3 different business ideas coming out. I'm going to explore some later on in this video, but keep watching. You don't want to skip this video any at all, because this could definitely change your life. 1, business is up. So that's 1 in terms of what problems can you solve. 2, let's do that again, right? So that's 1 in terms of what are you good at. And step 2 is what problems can you solve. So 1, what are you good at? Step 2, what problems can you solve with the skill that you just identify, right? Business is all about problem and solution. There's a problem, there's a solution. What skills do you have that can solve a particular problem? What problems do people have that your skills can actually solve, right? Think about that problem, because that problem is critical. If it's not a problem, then you can't monetize it. So you cannot just only have the solution, and that will even affect you when you're marketing your business, because several persons who I coach, they have the solution, but then they can't tell me what problems they're solving. It is critical for you to know what problem you're solving and who are you solving it for. You're not offering a good business if there is no problem that you can solve with it. So problem and solution, that's the second thing that you have to identify. So identify what problems your skills can actually solve. That's step 2. I hope you're writing them down, right? Step 3, research the current market. You have to look what the market is like. Is there anybody else that's offering what I'm offering? How are they offering it? You do a SWOT analysis. What's good about what they're offering? What's not so good? Sometimes you can't find anybody that's offering it because it's kind of innovative, and that's fine. But who is close enough to it? But you must be able to identify either one person who is doing it already or someone who is offering something close enough to it, so that you can understand how the market operates. You can't dive into a business that you have no idea of how the market is like, or else you're gonna fail. So we're going again, 7 steps to actually create a multi-million-dollar business with $0. Realize that nothing that I've said so far requires you to spend any money. No, the only thing that you're doing so far is you're using up here. And you don't use up here a lot in terms of our brain or thinking capacity. We wait on other persons to hand us opportunities. But I'm teaching you how to create wealth by creating your own opportunities. Step 4, ready for step 4? Draft up a business plan. You have to have a plan. You have to have a guide that you're working with, right? So you need a plan to identify what services or products you're offering. Who are you offering it to? How are you going to offer it? What packages you will actually offer it to? What are your marketing plans? All of those. And of course, I help you to do that in our coaching sessions. So if you're a part of the Purpose Finder Goal Club, that's something that we're going to do. And if you're not yet a part, then we need to talk, right? Next thing is that you need to actually launch the business. I'll say it again. You need to launch the business. There are several business owners who they have these beautiful plans, but they never launch. So they go nowhere with the plans.